In a world of abundant information, it can be very hard to lose track of what the hell we're even here for, a meaning in life, and where to go. In this video, I'm going to help you and try to recapture that inside of you, the once that child in you had. And the method that we're going to use to do that is going to be called the ikigai method. This is a very old Japanese method of finding your meaning in life and finding light again. And they think it is the way to true happiness. So, how this ikigai method works, it is broken down into 4 circles. What you love, what you're good at, the people that need what you love and what you're good at, and how you can get paid for that. So, this is not only going to allow you to find meaning, but live meaningful through a way of making money. So, step 1, what do you love? So, this is going to be the domain, aka the niche, that you're going to go into, because you need to make sure that you go into a domain or niche that you can truly resonate with and can do. So, I want you to make a list, so a bullet point list of what you love. This can be something that energizes you, something that you do on a daily basis that you do for enjoyment, something that you can do without getting paid for the rest of your life. Figure out what that is. You can use those questions that I just asked you and you answer them. Just make a list and figure out 1 to 2 that work best with you. So for this example, we're going to use health and we're going to use business. So, now that we have found our domain and what we love, the next step is going to be what you're good at. So, this is what you're going to use inside of that domain to have a competitive advantage, to increase the time that it takes to get paid, or I should say decrease the time that it takes to get paid. So, how do you figure out what you're good at? So, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to make a list, but this list you're going to ask different questions. The questions that you're going to ask yourself is, what do you do on a daily basis for a occupation? Now, if you were to just tweak that, you may not like your occupation now, but if you were to tweak the domain in which you do your occupation, you might like it. So just figure out. You can also ask, what do people praise you for? What have you been rewarded for? Make a list and figure out what the hell you're good at. It doesn't even mean that it has to be meaningful. If you're good at making sandwiches, you're good at making sandwiches. There's some people out there that are really shitty at making sandwiches, so at least you can make a sandwich. So, make a list. For this example, we're going to put visualize and analytics. Okay, so now that we have that, we need to move on. Now, we have the 3rd quadrant, people. This never used to be people. This is something that I changed to make this graph easier. It used to be needs, what people needed. Now it's what people need your stuff. So, what type of people can use or are inside of this domain? So this domain can have specific subdomains or sub-niches, and these are the type of people that you're interested in. With the rise of AI, this has become a hell of a lot easier. Open ChatGPT and figure out, what is my ideal avatar for blank specific domain, and then you can also add a little bit more information about what you're good at. It's going to spit out the specific type of people. So I'm just going to put fitness people and business dudes. We have our ideal avatar now. Now, what the hell can we get paid for? Now, we can also use ChatGPT to figure this out. This is right side thinking. This is left side brain thinking. AI is replacing left side, so things get a lot easier. So, you can ask ChatGPT, here's my ideal avatar. Here's what I like doing, and here's what I'm good at. How can I monetize this? So, you can also become creative and figure out different ways, or you can copy what people are doing and give it away for free and then monetize a different way. It doesn't matter. Just figure out how you can get paid, and you can use ChatGPT to figure this out if you have limited knowledge on business. So, for this example, we're going to create visualized fitness plan. This is how we're going to get paid. And where all these intersect we're going to visualize this little part. It doesn't look very nice. So on to the next step. Now that we have found what we can get paid for, how the hell do we get paid for it? So this comes through creativity. So let me just clap my hands and create a new chart. All right, so we have the second chart. So we need to kind of break down what the hell this chart is. So this chart breaks down how to monetize. So first things first, we have the domain. So this is the niche that we went down. We need to make sure that we understand this niche a lot. You cannot go and start selling people with inside of this niche if you do not know anything, because you don't know how to sell it to them. So you need to start understanding this niche very well. If you're already very, loving about it, you may already have this, but a lot of times you may have to understand more fundamentals to actually understand things. Okay, so once you're in that domain, you might be able to come up with new ideas, and your person filters these ideas, and then once you have the idea, this is what you're going to get paid for. So you might already have the idea from ChatGPT. Your person is going to have to build that thing. So how you're monetizing is how you're going to build. That's going to set you on to a goal path. I have a video, I'll put a link in the description, of goals, but it's going to put you on a path of the goal of realizing that idea. So you need to create the product. So once you have created that product, it comes to the next step. You need to send it to the field, aka the market, the ideal person. You need to make sure that this idea is actually valid in the field. So how do you do that? It's all about marketing. So you let as many people know about what the hell your idea is and see if people like it. If they don't like it, then it's back to the drawing board. You have to come back to phase 1 and 2 and figure out a new idea to see if the market likes that one. Or it may just be that you haven't told enough people about it, so don't give up on it too early. So how do you understand if the market likes it? Data. So the easiest way to understand is if you get numbers in your bank account. If your numbers increase in your bank account and you're making sales, that means that your field likes it. That means your market likes it. Or you can just run a bunch of data. That's a bunch of nonsense, especially at the starting stage. But easiest way is through data, and the easiest data that you can use is going to be through numbers. If you're getting money in your bank account, guess what? Your idea is validated. Again, you might have to reteach this entire process. The ikigai chart, the 3 quadrants will stay the same. The only thing that might change in that ikigai is how you're going to get paid for it. And you may have to reiterate that a couple of times by learning domain, understanding their actual needs. And then once you understand that, you can gain ideas, use your person to filter those ideas, or use software to figure out if the idea is really good. And then after that, once you have a good idea and you have developed that idea, you need to market to the field. And then at some point you will stumble across something that works. And if you truly picked the right niche and domain, then you can do this process forever, for the rest of your life, and you're going to love it because you're doing something that is meaningful. You're pushing the boundaries of a domain that you love, and that is the greatest part about this, is you're doing something that's meaningful and that you love and can give you joy for the rest of your life. If you enjoyed any part of this, please drop a like. In the description, I have a link to my free software, which that allows you to fix or see how habits affect your sleep, because information on this step 1 is the largest part. So I've made sure that I can help fix your sleep, which allows information compounding at an exponential rate. So click that link so you can start understanding how your sleep is going.